Welcome to this video, guys. I'm Tim Frey and I help online coaches scale to 100K months. Today we're talking about how to build a personal brand 101 for online coaches. If you guys want to get the download today of everything we're speaking about, all the questions, prompts, Miro boards, tools, templates, all that type of stuff, click the link below in the description, enter your details and you'll get access to that immediately. So this process I use to build my brand, my clients' brands, and get free shit and grow my business on social media. Okay, so we had a blue light blocking company, you know, those crazy orange glasses, come through with essentially like give packs, freebies, that kind of stuff as well, which is great. That kind of stuff happens all the time, which is epic. Obviously, growing our business on social media with a personal brand is incredible as well. I'm going to run you through that process today, but this stuff happens for you when you start building a personal brand. So my personal brand at the time of recording this was about 11,000 followers on socials, about 5,000 on Facebook, which is a small, like kind of micro influencer personal brand, but small but mighty. And it drives a considerable amount of revenue in our company, which is a multi-seven-figure coaching business. You don't need a huge personal brand. It's not like getting millions of followers. This is just building a really influential brand in your niche. And I'm going to talk about niche. So why you want a personal brand? I don't think it's optional anymore if you want to grow an online business. I think it builds trust faster, makes sales easier. It reduces the time to conversion as well, especially for coaches, consultants, service providers. People want to know who they're buying from, okay? And that's the power of this. It's basically your online business card, if you're really honest about it. So people want to connect with your mission, your values, and your daily life. They also want to see the human behind the scenes. For me, business content can feel a little bit stale. Like, you know, it's really good on YouTube. I can do this long form business content, give you guys heaps of value. If you're getting value from this, hit that subscribe button or give me a comment below. That would be great. But for me, business content gets a little bit stale. Personal content's super easy to make and really easy to be consistent with, especially if you're posting every day, which I do recommend. You never really run out of ideas. A really cool concept, I got this from a mentor of mine, James Kemp. He said, you don't want to create content, you just want to document what you're doing. So if you think about your life as kind of like a movie, you know, it can be a really fun movie, can be a really boring movie. Everyone thinks their life's boring, but you just want to document what you're doing, don't create content. So if you think about yourself, you're having to create content all the time. It's really hard rather than just document what you're doing. So example, this morning I was like, hey, I'm recording 3 YouTube videos today back to back. Here's what I'm doing, here's why I'm doing it. I'm just documenting what I'm doing, okay? And that can turn into a content pillar about consistency, business growth, whatever it is. So I'm documenting what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis, okay? Or, you know, I'm going surfing, or I'm going motorbike riding, or I'm going shooting, I'm going to the range, whatever it is. I'm documenting what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis. It's a bit of a reframe from creating content, but I feel it's a far superior way of doing it. So on screen right now, I'm going to show you through pillars and formats, okay? So I've created a Miro board for this. If you guys want this, hit the download in the description below and you can get access to it. So 2 main things for a personal brand, okay? We've got pillars and formats. So pillars is, for me, it's business, fitness, and growth, okay? You can have up to 5 pillars. I'd recommend 3, maybe 2. Depends how much you've got going on in your life at the moment. But so for me, business is something I do day to day. I live and breathe it. Okay, it's literally like a third lung if you had a third lung for yourself. Like, I literally love business, so I can talk about it all the time. Okay, like a pillar is like a value, something you do every day, something you're obsessed with. Okay, and then fitness. I come from a fitness background. I had a gym for 10 years. I'm a professional strength coach. Got 2 degrees in strength and conditioning. I live and breathe fitness as well. So they're like my 2 biggest pillars. So talking about those in my personal brand is like breathing. It's like oxygen. Super simple. And then the last one is growth for me. So I'm really big into education, growth, whatever that entails for you. It's just like a big bucket or a value of mine is growth. Okay, so that's one of my pillars. What this actually looks like in a day-to-day basis of building a personal brand is like on Monday, I'm talking about business. On Tuesday, I'm talking about fitness, but relating it to business. That's the main product I'm selling. On Wednesday, I'm talking about growth and relating it to business and what I'm selling. And then I repeat again. So it's those 3 things, one posted every single day. So the content you're seeing on social media is like a fitness post of me lifting or me training or me eating well or whatever it is, but it's related to the thing I'm trying to sell, which is the business. But if it was me talking about just business and marketing stuff all the time, it's pretty fucking boring, okay? And the big concept here is you are the niche, okay? You are your own niche. You are your own carved out segment in the market is you, okay? It's not something you're trying to be. It is you on a day-to-day basis. And people follow you you because they're interested in you and your brand. Okay, that's the personal brand. This is like a big mind spin for me from trying to create content to go viral, rather than the switch I flipped here was now I'm trying to make content that is actually just showcasing what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis. So I hope you've got that locked in. Pillars is like values, things you're doing every single day, or things that are like really high up on your niche. So what you do on an every single day basis. Then we've got formats. So formats are kind of like hooks for me, or content types. So some examples here I've got throwback lessons, realities of X. So X just means like insert word there. So realities of small business that no one talks about. So that could be a hook. Then versus now. So it could be like the journey from 10 years ago to now. My timeline. So timeline could be like I was a bartender, and then I owned a gym, and now I'm a business coach and a marketing coach and all that type of stuff. In 10 years of doing business, I'm not afraid to admit X. So these are like all pillars. So essentially I'll come on here. I'm documenting what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis. So I'm documenting my business stuff, filming myself working, filming myself in the gym, doing all that. And then I'll come in here and I'll say, cool. So next week I've got business on a Monday. I'm going to pick through one of these formats and I'm going to make the piece of content for that, schedule it, and then post it. On Tuesday, it's my workout. So what I did in the workout, I can relate it to business, or I can just keep it fitness related. Okay. So you can do either of the two. So it's my workout split, my meal prep, what I eat in a day. I don't do what I eat in a day. I think that's lame as fuck. I wouldn't do that. I've just got it on here for the example of it. Workout tutorials, my story. So I've got tons of videos of me training over the years. So my story of how it progressed. Program review, bad gym advice. You've got tons of stuff. So you just need to create formats for you. Then you've got growth. So for me, it's just photo dump of like growth for me is just all the stuff I'm doing, what I've learned, lessons, all that type of shit. So you can just do that. Book review, course review, product, SaaS reviews, tips, advice, day in the life of an entrepreneur, podcast clips. Like podcast clips are massive for me. They're a pillar of my personal brand. So I do a ton of podcast clips as well. So big concept here is you've got your pillars, big values, things you do every day on a day-to-day basis. Then formats is like hooks, okay? And then you're going to go through, film all the stuff from the week, document what you do, and then you're going to come through Monday, create Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and that's how you create a personal brand, okay? As you're going through this process on this mirror board on a day-to-day basis to build your brand. Then you're going to start to get followers, you're going to get likes, and then you just want to share authentically from the heart on what's going on for you. I swear, I cuss, I do crazy stuff. I literally am myself online in my brand, and that's how you build mega fans, and that's how you build know, like, and trust. So the key concept with a personal brand is you want to have someone consume your content for 7 hours, and that's the kind of like magic number of someone becoming a mega fan of yours is consuming 7 hours of content. Really hard to do on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok or whatever it is. Really easy to do on long form like this YouTube video that you guys are watching right now, but it helps speed up that trust process. And then how you monetize that is it's actually easy to monetize. So we have a mastermind program that you guys can get information on. Send me an Instagram DM at realtimfrey. But it's really easy to monetize because I could sell a fitness product, I could sell a business product, I could sell any of the pillars that I have. I could sell something for. So it could be low ticket, medium ticket, high ticket, and it just opens you up to more potential and more ways to make money online is by building a personal brand and then monetizing it, okay, with the things you do. So I've got a few examples of some personal brands in the document that you guys can check out. These are really good personal brands to check out, see how they do it. Also, I wanted to give you guys some examples here. So on my Instagram, so this was an example of my no sales team funnel for a 7-figure coaching business. This did super well for me, for my account. So I had like 112 saves, 68 likes. So that did super well. So that's like business content example. Then I've got growth content example here. I'm 34 and I'm fine with saying, and I just went through, I've got 3 friends. I prefer living in my caravan. The standard of life is whatever. This is growth content for me. Then I've got a fitness example. The trolls came out on this. You look like a meathead, but you secretly run a multi-7-figure business. Okay. This one did super well as well. So for me, time to create, if I'm documenting what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis, creation is super simple. So I can bang out a week's worth of content in 60 minutes. It's honestly pretty simple to do. Let's talk about how to make this personal brand work for your business? So what I do is I've given you guys a ManyChat flow here. So on a lot of my business content, I like to have a comment word. So they comment a word below. I send them whatever freebie it is, and then I start to have a business conversation. That goes into like a, hey, what are you struggling with in business right now? They let me know, and then we have a sell by chat conversation. That could go somewhere, that could not, or I'm just, giving goodwill in the DMs as well. Also, you can do once you start building your brand, is like on your stories. This works really well. It's like, hey, I've got 2 spots left for X. Let me know if you're interested. Pop it on your story. You'll be surprised at how many people will get back to you. The hack here is just to have that as the only thing on your stories. You want to DM all new followers. That can be a bit of a ball ache, can be quite a lot to do in terms of like outputs, but it's really good just to DM all your followers. If you have a VA or someone doing this, that works really well. So my content creation process, I choose a pillar, I pick a photo or video that fits, I pick a format. So I go through my formats that you guys have seen. I find someone to model. Okay, so I'll go through, I'll find all the great creators, I'll see what they're doing, I'll see what's working, I'll see what's going viral, and then eventually you start to know what goes well. Then you want to draft copy, or the writing, or what you're going to put on the post in Notes. I do it in Notes, so I create in Notes on my computer, send to my phone, then I create the content in the Instagram app. You want to improve it in AI. I've given you guys 4 prompts here, so how can I improve this? Give me 5 better hooks to attract my audience. What CTA can I use to engage my audience? How can I make this go viral? Then you want to design it in the app. Okay, so if you're using Instagram, TikTok, whatever it is, design it in the app and then schedule it or post it. A couple of misconceptions here is like, I'm boring. Someone's going to find it interesting. And people just like you are usually pretty interested in it. Some of the most boring shit that people think are boring, I think is super interesting. I think like my guns and firearms and riding my bike and all that type of stuff and surfing is boring. But you guys might not. You guys might not think this business stuff is boring or the personal brand stuff is boring, but everyone is interesting to someone. You guys just need to find your community, find your true 1,000 fans out there. This won't grow my business. It builds trust, which shortens the sales cycle. So it gets someone up to a 10 a lot faster. I don't know what to post. We did go through this before, but document, don't create. Film your day, reflect on your experiences, and be a little bit reflective on the types of content you can make. I've got a couple of like hard yeses and hard nos. Okay, these are, these might be a little bit of a slap in the face, but it has to be fun, funny, entertaining, storytelling, and you want to record your life moments. Okay, so trips, events, holidays, date nights, all that type of stuff. Anything you're doing, you want to record it. This gets to the point where it's like, it can be a little lame having it out your phone all the time, but once you have like a base of content, it's really easy to go back through and make content or create content from it. Hard no's for me is like whining, complaining. That sucks. Don't do that. Preachy. Don't be a preachy idiot. No one likes that in personal brands. And you want to ask yourself, am I being preachy? Okay. If it sounds like a lecture, you want to reframe it as a lesson that you've gone through. Easy way to do this is like, if you're trying to preach at people online, talk about the lesson or story in like that happened to you. Okay. So if I like example here, if I'm like, hey, don't be a little bitch and train harder, and I'm saying that stuff online, people are going to be switched off on that immediately. But if I turn it into a story of, hey, I used to be a little bitch and I was not training as hard as I could, therefore I wasn't getting the results that I should, that's going to go far better in your content because people don't want to be told off. Okay, they're happy to talk for you to talk about yourself going through that experience, but don't be preachy. People switch off from that. So let me know if you guys got some value from this. This is just a 101 overview of building a personal brand. If you guys want help growing your brand, DM me the word grow at RealTimFrey. See how we can work together, or go to my website, makemoreprofit.com. I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe.